Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between and beyond. Welcome back to the podcast. So, as you can tell by my window, giving it away, this is a night cast. This is after a long day at work, as I work for like almost 12 hours, and I just immediately went to the gym. Some stuff about my week. This week I've been trying to raw dog work. So that means no listening to music, no. I've just had my phone off the entire time I'm at work, and that has been interesting, and it's good to have time with your thoughts. Especially I've been doing um like a new position at my job that's it has more solitude, so I'm not really talking to people as much, so I've just been able to like be by myself and think, and that's not bad cuz I don't know if this happens to everybody or if I'm just super sensitive, but when I am compulsively listening to podcasts and stuff, I like adopt that person's cadence or voice like in my head and in my inner monologue. Because I mean, like, throughout a workday, I'd be listening to like 6 hours of people talking. And yeah, I've had a lot of good times, fond memories listening to podcasts and doing things, or just like really enjoying stories that I hear. And it's inspired me in so many ways. But Jesus fucking Christ, it is probably the biggest waste of time imaginable. I'm trying to convert some of that energy into like audiobooks. So um instead of putting on like a podcast or music when I first wake up or scrolling social media, I've just been ripping an audiobook, listening to that on my drive home, get to work, turn off my phone, um watching a podcast while I eat because, I'm human. And then yeah, and then reading. Reading is awesome. I'm trying to write too. I did. Yeah, it's been a week. I've been a week. I've been haven't smoked weed in a week. So that's pretty cool. I didn't think I could do it, and I did it. And it's pretty awesome that I thought that I could. I made like a plan ish. I was or like a deadline, and then I just have done it. And that's pretty awesome. I'm pretty proud of myself because I don't think I could do that like years ago, like a year or two ago, to be honest. Um, and it's been a lot easier this time around than other times where I've quit for the season because it gets so dark here and it just fucks up my entire mood. And it's just really hard to exist. It's just really hard to exist when you get home and then the entire world is off. It's all dark, pitch fucking black in the afternoon. The sun starts setting at like noon. So, anyways, I also went to the studio. You guys, we finally did it. I've been making music for my whole life, and I worked with a professional audio engineer and made and was in a real studio, and it definitely helped me get my confidence up. Felt pretty confident. I was feeling myself in the booth. Um, yeah, and just kind of just getting into that setting and like, what's gonna be the next step is to just really take control of the room and advocate for myself for like the things that I want and to just make my voice heard. And yeah, to just sort of be bossy, even though that's uncomfortable sometimes. I think that's a part of myself that I underrate is I can be managerial and I can be an orchestrator of things. Um, and this is my domain. This is my domain. it's I've also been writing. I've been writing pretty much every day. Like I've been journaling, like I've said, and then I've been just just writing fiction, trying to write fiction. This story idea. I just want to see how far I can get in this month and just practice writing. Um the physical act of like moving my pen and like thinking a thought and then just putting it to paper, I have such good muscle memory for that now. It's crazy. I was at a writing workshop, and first of all, most people are typing, which, isn't good or bad, but I was just like, oh, I guess I didn't even realize that like everyone types. Like I'm writing longhand. And so that was interesting, and I just didn't stop. And it's not like I don't I do know how to craft sentences, but that's just not what I'm focused on right now. I just want to spend like a month just writing as much as I can, not killing myself over it, but just giving it a go and just sort of shooting from the hip, and then doing that for like a month, and then looking back, seeing what I have, and see where I can improve, and yeah. So that's been really fun, to be honest. It's crazy getting lost in stuff, and that's just like a new thing. Like I just need to describe my imagination. I don't know why I've never thought of it in those terms, and maybe that's not the most effective way to be read. Maybe I mean, it isn't great to read, I'm sure, because I'm just getting these ideas out in just as they come to me, and but it's felt nice. It's felt nice. And it's felt good to get lost in that. And it was cool to be in like a writing group and be around a bunch of people who are just writing for an hour and then just doing that. And it made me feel pretty like I'm not a writer, but it made me feel pretty good that like I was able to write a fucking bunch. And it's probably not terrible. And it's probably something that, in years to come could be something. So that's pretty interesting, and I'm really happy to start this journey. I'm really fucking tired. Um, yeah, all this stuff is gonna take so goddamn long, and I'm just now beginning to lock in. Beginning to lock in. I'm not even fully locked in. The song that I made was too short. It got rejected by DistroKid, so I need to figure out a way around that. But I did post it. Posted it. Full moon. I had a new song. So fuck you, DistroKid, distro fucking bitch. Um, so I did that. I'm bored. I'm pretty bored. Um, I'm feeling like it's just like fuck. This is gonna be a huge slog, and just the reality of the commitment of having to do something for years is pretty daunting. Um, and it's like I know it's so stupid to have the thought of, oh, that's already the best thing that I've ever gonna make. It's never gonna be better. Blah blah blah. That's how I've been feeling about my beats, which is funny because all those beats I at the time at some point in creating them felt like it was dog shit and that it was the worst thing that I made and that other stuff was better. So I'm wisening up to not listen to my negative voice because it's imaginary and it's fairly baseless. Um but yeah, it's just going to be a commitment, and I guess there's just going to be some months where maybe I don't really make something that I fucking love. But it's whatever. I'm thinking that I can, I'm like kind of recovering, taking it easy, getting into a groove, trying new things this week. And then maybe next week, I'm just trying to rip out ideas, just rip out 7 ideas and spend the last few weeks of the month editing it and finding just stick whatever sticks. think that's kind of the only strategy I have. I think I need another job so that I can fund this studio time to make this EP album, whatever it is. I don't give a fuck what it is, just to record these songs. Because studio time's fucking expensive. Studio time's fucking expensive, and I love it and I need it. I love it and I need it. And it's gonna take a lot longer than I thought and a lot more money than I thought to make these ideas come to life in the way that they need to. Like it might take like a whole season. It might be the entire winter I'm in and out of this studio and trying shit out. Um the beautiful thing when I was talking about um raw dogging work and just not having headphones in and just like letting my thoughts go whatever, so I'm like daydreaming, which is so romantic and beautiful because otherwise I have podcasts in and I'm just listening to other people's stories, or I'm like in and out of my own thoughts and just like very passively, if not entertained. And so it's cool to be able to look back and think like, wow, when I have the time to think, these are my dreams. These are the things that I'm spending the time thinking about and dreaming about. And this next year, 2026, is going to be a season of action. This past year has been the year of the ultimate externalization of the authentic self. And I've followed through with that. I have followed through with that. I spent the year before kind of figuring out who I am and where I want to be and just some ideas and some whatever. This year, I've communicated pretty clearly to the people in my life what's most important to me and what I want to do, and just kind of coming to terms with that myself in that process. And this next year is just going to be taking action, just completely action based. I'm kind of done with thinking. Thinking is so overrated, and I don't have time to do it anymore. I need to just act. And I'm practicing that by doing this podcast, by journaling, by making music regularly, by trying these new things. And it's just going to have to be all the time. It's just going to have to be all the fucking time. Because I really do believe that if I spend a season or two or however long, or this maybe the season is the year of hitting mics, releasing stuff, having a rollout plan, having recordings that can be played on the radio, um that is going to be great. I think that I can get people's attention, or even just telling people in my life, like, I have such a hard time accepting the positive. Like, when I really think about it, even though I just work shitty, I don't even want to talk negatively about it because I'm actually really grateful for my job, because a lot of people don't have jobs or have terrible, terrible jobs, or jobs that don't meet their needs. This job meets my needs. So I do want to lead with gratitude, but it's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. And even though it's not what I want to do for the rest of my life, when I really look at it, it's like I am beloved, which is crazy, and I don't ever let that sink in. Like, all my coworkers like me, all my regulars like me, and I talk to them, and I'm kind of like a pillar. I'm like kind of the guy. I'm kind of that guy at this place, at my work. And it's like everybody fucks with me. So if I just even tell people that I know about what I'm doing, people are gonna fuck with it. People are gonna be like, holy shit, that makes sense. That makes sense. And yeah, I'm over it. I also need another job just so I can afford shit, man. I've been broke. I have been broke. I haven't been good with money, and I have been compromising a lot of my aesthetics as a result of being broke. And I think indulging isn't even just like practicing those things are actions that bring me closer to my inner self and will bring me closer to my goals. Um, just like buying clothes, just like, and that's it's like I need to make more money and probably like get another job so that I can buy more clothes and I can get like piercings and shit that I want and just go all out. Cause why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? The only reason that I'm not right now is because I'm broke and a little scared, but I'm kind of over most of that fear and just like, okay, pretty much everything that I have really good taste, and if I wherever I apply that in my life, it comes through and people like it. So, and I like it, and I like it, and since I like it, other people like it. Cool. Um, so that's fucking life. I don't. It is it is very mysterious. I finished the book that I was reading, 2666, and maybe someday this channel will also have like book reviews, but I just want to say like it was so much fun reading it. Um just because the story took so many twists and turns and I thought it was going to be this kind of open like postmodern stupid kind of ending like oh, but they really nailed he really nailed the ending. He really fucking nailed the ending. And wow, I've talked about it before on here, but just I'm so scared to finish books. I procrastinate finishing books, but it is so good. It is so nice to finish a book. A good book gives you so much fucking perspective where it's like, damn. Like in this book, and granted it's fiction, is dozens of people's lives. Like dozens of people live and die in this book. And then you just go, damn, what the fuck? Because a part of me is like conditioned by I don't know what to be like, oh, the happy ending where everybody lives. But it's like, that's just not congruent with reality. Everything comes to an end and that's beautiful. And it's just human. It's just is what it is. It's just human and it's just nature. And so it's really, really beautiful to be able to digest and sit with and enjoy that feeling, which at other times can be really scary or overwhelming, or I'm just full on fucking avoiding it. But it's it's so nice. It's so nice. Cause I don't know. You just need that perspective. I'm so obsessed with time. It's probably one of the biggest killers of my life and my productivity is just this fixation with time. Just watching the minutes pass, the hours pass, a day pass, the date, the month, the year, and just my age, and just worrying about all those fucking numbers is so pointless. I it's so pointless, and it's actually pisses me off that I give a fuck about any of that because I don't ever take in a piece of work and go, ooh, this piece of art that I really love. He was onk when he made it. I never think that. I never think that. I never think, oh wow, well, you know, he was kind of old when they made they were kind of old when they made this. This is kind of that kind of makes it shit. They should have made something better, or maybe this would have been cooler if they were whatever. It's like what the fuck. Or like, oh, this book would have been better if it came out in 1997 instead of 1981. what? It's or this song or whatever. Pick your medium, but like it literally doesn't make a fucking difference. It doesn't fuck, and I'm never like, oh my god, this book that I loved was released in springtime, but it's really more of an autumn novel. Pass. So it's like those are just all these barriers that I'm putting up to myself where I'm like, oh, I'm too old to make something like this, or I'm too young to make something great, or um yeah, just all that shit. Or like, oh, this would have hit last year, but now it's this year. Or like, oh, in this season or that season. But it's it's all a lie. None of it is true. And it's the biggest thing holding me back. Yup, I'm doing something. It's the biggest thing holding me back. And it's so, when you look in the context of a life, it is so pointless. The years over the course of humanity and a human life are irrelevant, indistinguishable. Emotions and the things that make us human are so much bigger and more complicated than time. Than time. And yeah, engaging with good art makes me remember that. Makes me remember that. It's never too late. It's never too early. It's just like, it's always the right time. Isn't that crazy? Hey, what if it's the perfect time? What if, what if we've been making all of the right decisions and this is the perfect time for all the things that we want to do? All the things we want to do, the perfect time is right now. All the things that we thought were too late or too early, that's all just made up in our head. And the perfect time is now. What if? What if? And maybe that's not true. But the other thing is, there's almost no objectivity in the world. And you can either see things as good or bad. And so why not just choose good 100% of the time? Like, I'll be in public and maybe I feel like someone like glanced at me, and then I'm like, oh my god, they probably looked at me and thought that I look like fucking weird, or that I look fucking ugly right now. And it's like, well, I don't know that. Maybe they thought I look fucking, or maybe they didn't think anything. Maybe they thought about the ice cream they're gonna eat later. Maybe they thought, I don't know, like, let me just imagine, or maybe they thought that I am the most interesting person that they've seen. Why not think the good thing? Ooh, I think the next audiobook that I'm gonna read is reread is fucking fucking The Courage to Be Disliked again. That shit's so good, and I think there's just endless lessons in it. There's endless lessons, and I just need to be reminded of that. Yeah, it's so life is so crazy and beautiful, and novels really capture that in a way that other things can't, where like you get to really know characters and they come into your life, into your world, in the novel world, and sometimes they leave. And that's what real life is like. It's like, it takes a lot of time to really get to know people. You can really only get to know, this is moving me, you can really only truly get to know and understand like one or two people, a few people. Like, there's like a few people that you have enough time to really get to know, just really get to know. Everyone else, there's like all this unknown. It's people you see every day, people that you're close with, that I'm close with. It's like there's so much unknown. And circumstance is so temporary. People move, people change. There's a lot to be grateful for in any given moment, no matter where you are in your life. And I believe that. I believe that. And I'm trying to have that compassion for myself. Yeah. I'm obsessed with time. I'm obsessed with time. I'm obsessed with money. Part of that is real, and for as obsessed as I am with it, have I don't have a good relationship with either of those things. I'm either completely ignoring it in a self-destructive way or obsessing about it and not doing anything to counteract these fears in an obsessive way, compulsive obsessive way. So I think just the answer is to just bring those two worlds together, and probably the best way to be in the present, which I think is pretty unanimously just the ultimate goal of existence, I guess, is to just act. The only thing is just to act, is just to take action. It's kind of all there is. It's kind of the only way you can. And like this ruminating and this trying to center yourself and this trying to all of that shit, it just isn't actually how you engage with the present. Isn't actually how you stay present. How you stay present is by just continuously doing things. And that's a little disappointing, and it feels a little flaccid, falls a little flat, but ultimately it's like that's just life. Life is just a series of actions. you know, our conception and our birth, all of it is just a series of actions. Just a series of actions that either happen to you or that you can take control of and do. Because I really think that anyone can point their life into whatever direction that they want to. I think that all people are equal and anyone can do anything and anyone can feel however they want to. And I'm putting that a little bit too simply, and maybe there's a smarter way to put it, but at its core, that's how I feel, and that's what I believe. So, this is action based. This is this is action based. Journaling is action based. Making music is action based. And I'm excited for this next season of life. I'm I have a lot of gratitude for the past, for my earlier years, and now it's time to just take that, just run with it. I overcame the bad parts and I got to a good place. Right now I'm at a good place right now. I just need to fucking run with it and see where the fuck it takes me. And that's the adventure of life. You just take what you know, you do your best, and you just end up somewhere. And that's cool, and it's scary, and it's interesting. So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm really thankful for this outlet. I'm really thankful for my life. I'm thankful for my job and my family and just the internet sometimes. I'm thankful for dreams. I'm so thankful that I have dreams. Every day I have dreams. I have dreams and aspirations, and it's making me emotional. It's such a gift. Such a gift. Keep dreaming, keep being yourself, keep taking action and being an active participant in your own life, and just enjoy the ride, because it's the only ride we got, and that's because it's great. This because it's pretty good. It's not too bad. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.